Myrmidon.
Ha! Suit yourself. My gut says the odds are in favor of that mercenary. He's clearly a seasoned Yeah! Right when I open my big mouth, he goes and loses on me.
I win. Again. Had enough, Bothus?
Damn you, you've won every round. The fights are rigged. Admit it, it's the only explanation.
Of course they aren't. It's not like we're playing for money. We wouldn't be so foolish now, would we? You're the one who started this silly game anyway. So out with it. You lost? Spill the beans. It has to be juicy, though. Something that leaves you a bit vulnerable.
Why did I agree to these stakes? If this losing streak keeps up, you'll know an awful lot about me, pal. Let's see. Okay, got one. A few years back, I went toe-to-toe with the bird beast in some ancient...
This one again? You obliterated the ruins, and the lord who found out put a price on your head. You've told me 1,000 times before.
Good story bears repeating, yeah? It seems I'm all out of anecdotes. How about I take my shirt off and let you look your fill instead? 2 full minutes.
Oh, come now. As if I'm interested in seeing your sweaty torso for the umpteenth time. If you're fresh out of stories, then I have a question for you. About your crest.
Hit me where it hurts, why don't you? Is this your idea of negotiation?
Perhaps. Or perhaps I'm simply curious. Tell me, how did you come across such a rarity? To my knowledge, nobody within House Albrecht has your crest.
Why ask what you already know? You've got your own rare crest, so I'm sure you figured it out. Unless you think the goddess gave us these things while we slept. Wait, do you?
Hey now, I'm the one winning the bets, so I'm the one asking the questions.
Got me there. Hey look, the next round's starting. My luck's about to turn around, I can feel it.
Let's do you a favor and call it good here. No need to embarrass yourself further, friend.
Even if I'm terrible at this, I can't walk away during a losing streak. I have my own sort of honor.
All right, Bothus. Check out those 2 Myrmidons.
The 2 who were eating together earlier. Huh. Who knew they were opponents?
I kinda figured. Thoughts?
That one's pretty beefy. Quick on his feet, too. Clearly a seasoned fighter. His opponent's okay, but a bit showy. Compensating for being newer at this would be my guess.
So, make your choice.
Thank you. First guy, no doubt about it. You can see from a mile away that he lost. Wow, that was quick.
Not everything is as it appears. For example, were you and I to go at it, perhaps you'd bet in favor of yourself over me, and you'd lose. I'd use my cunning to ensure my victory, by any means necessary. Maybe I'd slip something into your food, level the playing field. You see now?
Point taken. I'll keep that in mind for this next one. Gotta put that great advice to the test, right?
Ever the bold one. It seems we must continue these games until you finally concede.
This monastery is more dangerous than I expected. It's likely that our foes have infiltrated the ranks of the teachers. And there may be others of questionable character about as well. If you ask me, there is something amiss about that old man, Tomas.
Professor, do you have a second? It's about Monica. Does she seem off to you? She was in prison for a long while, but she seems to have recovered almost instantly, and she's been bizarrely cheerful. You see what I mean? I wonder if she's straining to seem happy just to make people comfortable. And why is she so close to Edelgard anyway? What do you say, Adel? Shall we meet up in the library later to... Oh, hello, Professor!
Do you need something? I'm a little busy at the moment.
Sorry, Professor. I've got a lot of questions to ask Adel here. Since I couldn't graduate last year, I really want to make sure I can do so this year. Don't worry. I won't participate in any assignments, so as not to take any attention away from the younger student. I look forward to learning from you, Professor. What do you say, Adel? Do you... Sorry, since I don't...
Along with Flame, we found another female student who went missing last year. But now the combat professor Yuritsa has vanished. His origin begged many questions, so there were plenty of objections to his appointment here. He is apparently from House Rim of the Empire, but he was adopted from another family, or so they say. Anyway, there hasn't been much good to be said about House Rim in recent decades.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is a free-for-all contest among the three classes. If you are victorious, the Archbishop will no doubt present you with a reward. Just what I thought you'd say.
Professor.
Let's dance! Don't forget who you're dealing with. Not too shabby. Don't forget who you're dealing with. Who's... Not too shabby.
Having a fishing tournament before the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. At first I couldn't figure out what they were thinking, but the fish are especially tasty this time of year, so I don't question it anymore. Have you had any, Professor? You'd better eat up before it's all gone.
Hi, Professor. Want to know something? Gronder is in the territory of House Burgleys in the Empire. That's right next to my home, the region of House Oh no. What if my parents come to watch? Really? Are you sure? You wouldn't say that if you weren't completely sure, right?
Why would we go all the way to Gronder Field? It's idiocy to travel that far.
It may be a tradition, but it takes forever to get there and is exhausting. So pointless.
I guess there's nothing to be done about it. Even by you, Professor.
Let's see. Fodlan is big. It's not as big as Elmira is, but it's still pretty big. Travel? I don't know. Never thought about it, I guess.
Professor, has Seteth told you? We're to have a fishing tournament. Given the events of the last month, I believe this is just the sort of distraction we need. Staff and student alike. I'm afraid I'm not one for such festivities. I do enjoy a spot of fishing, though. I believe it best that I stick to quietly fishing by myself.
Let's see.
You know, I'm pretty good at fishing. My older brother used to take me out. Why don't you give it a try, too? They say we can eat whatever we catch.
Sometimes it's nice to dangle a fishing line and let your mind wander. I'd love to spend some time lounging around by a scenic river or lake.
Holding such a frivolous and downright ridiculous event so close to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? It's absolutely absurd. Although, they did say we could eat whatever we catch. I'm a sucker for a good meal. I just couldn't resist.
Professor, welcome to the monastery fishing tournament. You look confused. Didn't Seteth tell you about? Just catch whatever fish Flame requests. Show any fish you catch to Flame.
Hey, Professor! Did you hear about the fishing tournament? You get to fish in the pond as much as you want. The more you catch, the more you get to eat.
Are you going to participate in the fishing tournament, Professor?
Yes. I fished with frequency back in Bridget. I will not have losing. Will you be trying to fish too?
I'm going to catch me some mighty fish. Just you wait and see. But they haven't been biting. What shouting? Everyone told me I was too loud, so I've been using my quiet voice.
Can you believe what Seteth said? Catch some tasty fish for Flame. I'm her bodyguard.
I told my brother I had a craving for some tasty fish. I did not realize when I did so that it would turn into, well, this. My apologies.
Yes.
Welcome. You look confused. Just show any fish. I have a favor to ask.
Oh, so you're taking part. How would you feel about a little friendly competition? Catch the same kind of fish as me, and we'll compare the two. Biggest wins.
Oh, are you taking part in the fishing tournament? Let's put your skills to the test. Whoever can catch the biggest one of these fish wins.
Professor, are you taking part as well? Why don't we have some fun with this? A little contest. If you catch a fish like this, come show it to me. Whoever catches the bigger fish will be the victor.
Professor.
Oh, you're entering too. Then how about a little friendly competition? Let's see who can catch the biggest fish. There's no way I'll lose.
So you are joining the fishing tournament? That's great, but you don't stand a chance against me. I just caught this beauty. I bet you can't catch a bigger one of the same kind.
Yes. I am happy that you will have participation. Maybe you and I both can have a small contest with each other? We will both have catching of the same fish type and do comparisons. Whoever has the fish with the biggest size will be winning, okay?
I'm going to catch me some...
Have you thought about entering? Maybe you and I could have a little friendly competition. I just caught this fish here. Why don't you try catching a bigger one of the same type?
Will you be taking... I cannot recall the type of fish I was hoping to dine on. So, if you do manage to catch a fish,
Do you mind bringing it for me to see?
Hey!
Yes.
Professor.
Yes.
Looks like you've... Wow, that's a spectacular fish. You win. I can't compete with that.
Ah, you already got your hands on some fish. Let's compare then. Oh, I lost. Is there anything you can't do?
So, you've caught something, have you? Let us pit our fish against each other. Alas, your fish is clearly grander than mine. I suppose you win. This time.
Professor.
Did you catch something? Let me see what you got. No way! That fish looks bigger and tastier. I can't believe I lost.
All right, let's see what you got. I lost? But how? I guess I underestimated you, Professor.
Yes. Show me the fish, so we can see whose has the biggest size. I will have comparisons now. Your fish has way more size. I have had losing. I mean, I have lost.
Oh, you've caught one. Let me see. Nice, you beat me. This is for you.
What a shame. It is not the type I was hoping for.
Yes.
Oh, yes, yes, yay! This is it. This is the fish I have been pining for. I am so pleased. I shall cook it up immediately.
Thanks.
I guess that's it. That was fun, wasn't it?
Yes. This created more fun than I have experienced in a long time. Did you also have the fun?
I wasn't expecting much, but this tournament was a lot of fun.
The fishing tournament's over already? Guess it's time for my personal eating tournament then. Best part is, no losing.
Hey, the fishing tournament is over. I heard you did some fishing, and that Flame is happy.
All that's left now is to eat it. Should I smoke it? Stew it? Ugh, I'm drooling already.
I think that's the end of the fishing tournament. I suppose it's time to prepare for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
Fishing was a nice change of pace, but now it's time to focus on the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
Hey.
on. Why are they having a fishing tournament now? Are they just giving up on the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? You're not condoning this, right? Wow. This is...
Wise indeed to set me to this task. I'm an excellent cook. Maybe. This is hardly a palatable ingredient. But if we season it just right, nobody will be the wiser. Wow.
Do you have time for a request?
Pardon me. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Young Monica disappeared last year. I thought she had simply run along home, but it turns out she was kidnapped. I can't believe it. How awful it must have been for the poor thing. They say her personality has completely changed, but at least she seems more cheerful than before. Grateful to be alive, perhaps?
Hey, welcome. Come again.
Hi there. Good deal. Hey, Professor. I'd love to catch... Hey, how about a favor?
Right.
Maybe.
Indeed. I received a rare letter from my father recently. He said that he is praying for the Golden Deer House to emerge victorious. Insistently praying. My father attended the Officers' Academy and won a glorious victory in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. I think he is quite proud of that, even to this day. I suppose that shows how great an honor it truly is.
You know, the Empire used to control all of Fodlan, but after the Civil War, the northern region split off and became the Kingdom. Later, the eastern part of the Kingdom seceded to become the Alliance. There are 3 powers today, but 1,000 years ago, we were all united as one. Even now, among the nobles of the Empire, there are some who dream of reunifying Fodlan.
When you feel that first refreshing breeze upon your face, you know it is almost time for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Gronder Field is within the Empire, but the path there from the monastery necessitates passing through Alliance territory. Fodlan's biggest river, the Aramid River, flows along the border between the Empire and the Alliance. You will have to cross one of the largest bridges upon that river, the Great Bridge of Myrden.
The Death Knight's true identity. Personally, I don't think it could be Yuritsa. He taught me swordsmanship. He said I had talent and the potential to get pretty strong. He was a little scary, of course. But it's hard for me to believe he's a bad person.
After all, the ladies love nothing more than a winner. And around here, there's no bigger game. I knew you'd understand, Professor.
I need a favor.
Flane and Monica, was it? I'm glad they were returned safe and sound.
Ever since the tournament, the kitchen is completely overtaken with fish. The cooks cannot keep up.
Hey!
Yep. Ah, I see. So you are Gerald's child. You so resemble your mother. I am nothing more than a common monk. I knew your parents, once upon a time. I've been gone from the monastery for some time now, because, well, it matters not. Might I ask a favor of you? Do you mind terribly picking up some fresh flowers to place upon your mother's grave? I am certain she'd be deeply moved to receive a gift from you. Thank you so much. This is just the type of flower she once loved, so I can rest easy now. I must be off. Take especially good care of yourself, won't you? Please, look after Gerald. She'd have wanted that.
Okay.
I'm just absolutely exhausted. I swear to you, Professor, every month we're worked harder than the month before. I had imagined the Academy as a chance to possibly relax before our lives began in earnest. Agreed. That's the Church of Seros for you. What is it they say? Those with power are obliged to use it.
Going all the way to the Empire for a mock battle? This is serious business. And there's a reward to be had as well. I'd really like to win this thing.
Well, excuse me, Professor. Do you think it would reflect poorly on me if I chose not to take part in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? Oh, I see. I'm not very confident, but I'll try my best.
Gronder Field is in the Empire, right? I wonder how we'll get there. I thought I heard that there's no path that goes straight from the monastery to the Empire. Oh, perhaps we'll travel through Alliance territory. Yes, I see. From the east, we would go... there. Ah, yes, that must be it.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is coming up soon. Feeling confident? That's the spirit.
That's...
Professor.
After the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, a prize is awarded to the winner by the Archbishop herself. It's a three-way battle, so you can't waste too much time just observing. You have to jump right in there. You have to be proactive and defeat the most opponents. Do that, and it's quite possible the Archbishop will recognize how strong you are. Ah, great memories. I was a student here many years ago. I know what I speak of.
Singing is so much fun. Everyone should...
The glory of progress.
Hi. Oh, hi, Professor. Have you heard the rumor about the Goddess Tower? Well, there's an annual ball here the month after next, during the ethereal moon. They say if a boy and a girl wish for something together at the Goddess Tower on that night, the goddess herself will grant it. I don't know where the rumor started, but it's a great story, isn't it?
Hey!
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was lost in thought. It's very kind of you to be concerned, but I promise that I'm fine. I was just thinking, the Death Knight's true identity, could it actually be Professor Yuritsa? Yes.
I have a favor to ask.
I'm going to catch... I am...
Really?
My savior, thank you.
Since we were little, Ingrid's always gotten this odd look in her eye when someone brings up food.
Of course. The situation last month was dire indeed. The students endured great hardship. I hope you were able to put all of that behind you, so that you may focus on this month's assignment. A most reassuring response. I trust that your class is in good hands. I look forward to seeing your skills on display at the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
I hear that you participated in the fishing tournament. I appreciate you taking the time.
Yes. How are preparations for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion going? Fishing? Taking it easy, are you? The recent happenings at the monastery. There is something going on behind the scenes here. I've been commissioned to investigate as well. As I've already mentioned, this month I'm off to the kingdom. You be on your guard, okay? Perhaps I've gotten in your head too much. I won't go dying on you. I've stayed alive this long after all.
I don't know if you've heard, but Flane is very special. Her blood carries a rare... Oh, the lengths to which she could advance my research. If only I were able to study her. If only it weren't for Seteth's strict orders. He protects his sister with unusual zeal. I dislike it, but I agree. The time I would spend begging him and accomplishing nothing would be better spent on other research.
I always thought I was pretty good, you know? Then I'd go and get stabbed. Oh, but my opponent was the Death Knight, so I figure I did pretty well to only get stabbed. I wonder if it's true that he is actually Yuritsa. Whoever he is, I'm going to make him pay. It turns out that when I get stabbed, I get really mad. I'm not going to let him get the better of me again.
Professor!
That young lady, Monica. Might she be Baron Ox's daughter? We're not acquainted, but I have heard tell that the Baron has a daughter roughly her age. Despite my current circumstances, I was born into House Nouvelle, one of the preeminent houses of the Empire. Didn't you know there isn't much of my house left to speak of? But mark my words, someday it shall return in glory.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. You're wondering where Mr. Backup is, aren't you? Figured you'd want an update. Or report, if you will. He's gone. Other duties or some such nonsense. But he'll be back, right? I bet so. I think he liked this place. Especially the company. We really had something. He'll miss it. Just you wait and see.
Come join me over here. For once, we've got plenty of food. Folks up above caught so many fish that we got a bunch more down here than usual. It's not too common to get a big fishing haul down here in Abyss.
What do you require? Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. Perhaps you'd have better luck with the animals of the monastery. Now let me see. Ah yes, this one's growth is going quite... Now let me see. Ah yes, this one's growth is going quite well. Now let me see. I see this one. Fare thee well.
When the nobles came for me, they were completely without mercy. They killed everyone. My parents, my husband, my son. They all died for nothing. For being in the way. People with crests do whatever they want. No one even tries to stop them. Especially not the church.
Hey, pal. This month is the big brawl, yeah? Yeah, it's the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. I hear I'm free to join in. My heart's full to bursting. My muscles too, but that's pretty normal for me. This is big, pal. The legendary king of grappling's triumphant return. The other houses won't know what hit him.
By the by, do I have to participate in this Eagle and Lion thing this month? Gotcha. Well, I hope we win. You won't like what happens if I'm on the losing team.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is almost here. Time certainly is strange. All this really has me feeling nostalgic. Back when I was in the academy, I took part in the battle too. We won the battle by a mile. But how we came to that victory is my little secret. Lady Rhea still watches the battle, yeah? Best of luck to you, friend. Nah, that's not... Nah, that's not...
By the by, gotcha. Whoa.
Hey, pal. I hear him. This is big. Yep, that's mine. No, really.
Hey.
Hey!
I am Oh, that is mine! Thank you so very much.
The fish. I heard you did. Thanks. How did you know this was mine?
Yes. I had lost the place of this. You have my thanks.
The fishing tournament? Oh, hey! I can't believe I dropped this! Thanks for bringing it to me!
I don't know. Oh, I can't believe.
Hey. I guess that... Oh, this is mine. Thanks. I'm glad...
The death. Oh, this is mine.
Of course. I look... Yes, that is...
What do you say? Do you need some? Sorry, since I could. Don't worry. I look forward. How did... Eating delicious food really takes my worries away. I like this dish. It was my father's favorite. I love this stuff. Did you know that?
This looks delicious. Let's eat.
Since we were... That's my...
No. Praise. I.
No. I am... Never.
That...
I do not I would like to be having more guide.
Everything went. You're. I've got a question. And you call yourself a professor? Professor.
Oh, it's you. Out late again, I see. What brings you here? Is it that obvious? I despise being cooped up when sleep evades me. I just have to get some fresh air. So I see. Still, it's ill-advised to stay out so late. I should get some sleep too, but... Have you ever felt a sort of longing for the outdoors? I have. There are times I long for the warmth of the sun, for a sweet breeze on my face. Do you remember what I told you the other night? About my past? None of my siblings had a chance to lead the sort of life they deserved. An ordinary life. My my siblings and I were... We were imprisoned underground, beneath the palace. The objective was to endow our bodies with the power of a major crest. I have always possessed the crest of Saros, inherited through the Hresvelg bloodline. But it was only a minor crest, and most of my siblings bore no crest at all. In order to create a peerless emperor to rule Fodlan, they violated our bodies by cutting open our very flesh. Now here I stand, the fruit of that endeavor, Edelgard von Hresvelg. But that came at too high a price. The others were sacrificed. Ours weren't the only lives devastated by that terrible process. Innocents died as well, without even knowing what they were dying for. And there you have it, the truth of the Hresvelg's empire. The Prime Minister and his gaggle of nobles. They had the empire under their thumbs. My father, the Emperor, tried to stop him, but it was futile. My father was nothing but a puppet on a string by then. He was powerless to save us. I know how it all sounds, but when you see my true strength, you will know I speak the truth. I have kept it hidden all this time, but I will reveal to you the power of my second crest. It is the same as yours, the crest of flames. When it manifested for me, I swore a silent oath. For the sake of my family, and for all the poor souls whose lives were traded for my existence. For their sake, I will build a world where such meaningless sacrifice is never again sanctioned. As Emperor, I will change the world. I swear it.
A vision of nobles picking weeds alongside the commoners. Pretty damn amusing, isn't it?
Sure, but all I can think about is how ripped my abs are gonna be tomorrow. This is good training for heavy armor as well.
Right. I'm sure it's great for that. Not great, but not awful. Perfectly mediocre.
I want to either succeed wildly or fail spectacularly. So unsatisfying.
It's starting to take shape.
I'm looking sharp, huh?
I'm a well-oiled machine!
Guess I learned a thing or two.